To the father who was gone too soon. How was the most kind, gentle, smart, honest, caring, best husband and father in the world given not one but two of the most detrimental diseases known to humans? I feel a lot of hate to the universe for this, and I often think about how unfair it is that true pieces of absolute shit get to live and hurt others while my dad went through years of pain and agony. Dear Dad, Old Bean, if I thanked you every day for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough. You instilled in me a strong, genuine character that I will forever be grateful for. You built and supported an incredible family together with Mom, and you gave knowingly more than you received. We used to talk almost every day. I strolled the streets of Purdue, rushing late to classes, trudging through the snowy slush, calling you just to pass the time. I avoided calls with you when I knew I hadn't done something you asked or something I should have taken care of. I just never wanted to disappoint you. When you hit a point in your Parkinson's where you could barely talk much on the phone or text, it started this spiral inside that you were disappearing from me. Even when the disease was overtaking your speech, motor skills, and mental stability, you often would find the positive and still get your dad jokes in when you could. You expressed how much you loved me, and it broke my heart to see you cry when you thought about the inevitability that your life was being taken from you. It broke my heart when my mom called me to come home and help take care of you, the matriarch of the family who took care of my sister day in and day out, now had the responsibility of taking the place of your own hands and feet. A task which she never complained about, a commitment she gladly served out of her immense love for you. A part of me felt guilty because I was preparing for my first pro indoor season and I couldn't train, eat, live the way I thought I needed to be ready by preseason. I cried myself to sleep the night of my first experience of you falling under my supervision. I couldn't hold you up or help you up by myself. You were in so much pain at the position you fell into, and I couldn't do anything but yell for Mom. It broke my heart around Christmas time of 2021, which would be your last with us, that we found out that you had been diagnosed with lung cancer. Like, what the fuck? Universe, who does that? What was the actual fucking purpose of doing that to you? Instead of truly enjoying our favorite family holiday, the one that you always made sure that we had the best experience, we were instead faced with the decision of how much you really needed to endure in the way of chemo and radiation. And by we, I mean mostly Mom, as I was just there to express frustration and fear. This was uncharted territory for us, yet she approached the situation with grace. It broke my heart the day we were told you had a few weeks to live. Then those few weeks quickly became days as the cancer was speeding up the process. Visiting you in hospice was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, and the scariest. The day before you passed, Mom called to give me a heads up about it, knowing that she was originally supposed to bring Kristen down for my games that weekend. My aunts were going to come down in her place, but the next day they obviously had to turn back and be with Mom. I played my ass off for you, and to this day I know it was one of the best games I've ever had. I do tend to black out during games anyway, leaving the world behind until the final whistle blows, but I somehow managed to assist the coach for the men's game and then play in my own back-to-back. That whistle blew to end the game that we had narrowly won, and the stream of tears hit me like a ton of bricks. My team poured out their support for me, and I will never forget that. This life that you built for yourself and for us was slowly slipping away. And by slowly, I mean that Parkinson's is the slowest degradation of life, and I hate it forever. A decade of the inevitability of death with no cure. You had dedicated your life to being the best damn dad and husband in the world, a feat that you accomplished with flying colors, and for no good reason. It was being stripped away and leaving us with the biggest hole in our family heart. Now I get to honor you with my life. I get to honor all of the practices and games you drove me to, the teams that you coached, the homework you helped me with, The times you told me how to avoid getting in trouble with Mom without undermining her. The list you made to make sure I never forgot anything. The values you taught me to be a good person. The calls you took when I didn't know what to do about my boss, my job, my living situation, money problems. Inheriting by osmosis the ability to find harmony in any song ever. The grace you showed me when I hit a point in my life, in a new society and culture you had never been exposed to, that you could no longer confidently give me advice about. The patience you had with me when I had to begrudgingly explain new technology to you over the phone or in person, which is good that you had it, because I didn't. The concerts you minivanned my adolescent friends and I to, sitting down with earplugs in while we screamed about all of life's problems, boys, relationships we truly didn't even understand yet. The support you gave me as an athlete by rebounding for me in the driveway, playing pitch and catch in the yard, and yelling defense as loud as you could every time our soccer team lost the ball. The hard truths you told me about how you really thought my life was going. The love you showed me no matter what I did or didn't do, how far away I lived, or the choices I made that you disagreed with. I dare anyone to say that they had a better dad than I did. Love. Dot.